Hi everyone, it's Janaea, and today I just wanted to share some mail that I am sending to Pat Sweeney. And part of this is for Elisha's Crafty Love Challenge, was to either cut her some die cuts or stamp her some images and cut them. But also I wanted to send her flowers. So she was wanting these, well, she was asking just for the strips to make these, but I just went ahead and made them for her. I lost count at 100, so there are a lot in here. Some are smaller than others, so Pat, I don't know if you'll be able to use these for what you needed them for, but I figured if not, you could use them in your crafting or gift them to someone else if you wouldn't use them. But I just made a bunch. I used all of my scraps. I've since made a couple more scraps, but I want to get this sent out to her. So that is, and I packaged everything so that when she receives it, she can easily just wipe it down and not worry too much about the sanitizing. But yeah, like I said, I lost count at 100, so I know there's over 100 in here. And then, I know her birthday was ages ago, but I was being a little slow with my making. I just have been slow at making lately. And I started this project for her right before her birthday, but I finished it and I've stuffed all the pockets. This was supposed to be a flat mailer, but clearly I failed again. I attached this tassel, which has sari silks, and they are all in the fall oranges and rusty oranges and reds and mustard yellows, and I just know those are her colors. And I've just attached it with this little bow, so there's nothing else holding it together. All Pat would have to do if she wants to use some of these sari silks is untie that, and they're just around this little O-ring, and I don't know what to call it. It's a little circle clasp binder ring. It's a very small binder ring, and that is that. I thought that was fun. And then in the front here I have a pocket that I made into a shaker using vellum, and I tried to use, it looks very fallish. I did use some fall washi, but I know that those are the colors that Pat likes best, so I figured hopefully she doesn't mind that some of it's pretty fall looking. But in this first little envelope, I have just some die cuts. I don't want to take them out and get them all messed up, but it is some Cocoa and Reno die cuts. And Pat, if these ones are too fiddly for you to work with, please feel free to give them to someone else, or just, you know, toss them, do whatever you would like with them. By no means should you feel obligated to use them in any way. And then here are some ribbons. These are the Tim Holtz ones, and I actually think I like my rosette ribbons better, but I ended up just going with these for her, and I stitched around them. It was my first time trying something new, and I should have waited until I wasn't making for someone, but. And then I had won a Sweet Story kit from Rhoda, and I used part of the bits from that kit to make a memory dex card for Pat. I was trying to make this for, I think she was having a challenge, but I figured I'm way past due. I just wanted to make it because I know she's trying to fill a memory dex box. So I thought I would add one for her. And this is a rosette that Rhoda made. And her kit also came with this memory dex cutout. And I just backed it with 110-pound cardstock. And then I put a book page on the back. I actually didn't put my information, but I feel like she has it already. I just distressed around the edges there, and I distressed on the front too. And then I backed this sticker with cardstock. It says "Delight in the Everyday Moments." And I added a little trim. There's some pom-poms. And I covered the lace I had there. But I added some baker's twine and 2 little pearl star and a pearl heart. I was gifted those from Deb Hendrick. And then here is a Tim Holtz Tattered Butterfly die cut. And just some washi. So that is my Memory Decks card. I'm not a huge fan of my Memory Decks cards, but I tried. And here's a little embellishment tag. And it was her birthday. At the time I didn't really have many birthday sentiments, so I just put growing up, because every birthday you're another year older. You're growing up a little bit more. There's a cupcake there. And then here is another one, and this was a bow. It's a little squished already. Sorry, Pat. But that's seam binding made into a bow. And then just a little birthday hat. And I will give you a closer look. I stitched all around this flat mailer, all around every pocket. And I made these little pockets, and I stitched around those as well, and just have them in there. I stitched on some washi to add those in there securely. And then in here, I have more of those ribbon, little ribbons. And I guess I do like them. They're cute. They're just different than what I'm used to making, so. And then I stamped a ton, and I fussy cut everything I stamped for her. So there's just some little woodland animals here. I won't go through each and every single thing. That would take forever. Some houses. I thought that was fitting for this time. Some cuckoo clocks. And then I'm obsessed with the stamp I got from Red Lead. And I did orange. I did her favorite color and my favorite color. So this isn't my favorite shade of green, but I still love it. I love almost every shade of green, just not really super bright ones, except in the right spot. But orange and green, and I absolutely love this stamp. Cute little dresses. Hopefully she does, but again, Pat, if they're not your style, you can do whatever you would like with them. Does not bother me. So, and there are a ton more of those little ribbons there. Now I need to make some for my stash. There's that. And last, there is another pullout with just 2 more of those rosettes on there. I was gonna do it that way, but I couldn't fit them all in there, so. Yeah, so that's her little birthday mail / some of the die cuts and stuff I made for her. And then, sorry, it's gonna crinkle. I already packaged this, but here are a bunch of fall trims, and I feel like she'll really like these colors and their leaves, and hopefully Pat likes fall as much as I do, but I just thought these were so her. So I sent her, it's actually 1 spool of each, and I just wrapped them like this to make it easier to ship. And also it'll be easier for her to store away, I thought. And then I just did really simple bag toppers. Like I said, I wanted to get this out to her. These are some, I punched a bunch of circles and little flowers out for her, and a couple of larger flowers. And I punched a bunch of tickets. I thought that tickets are one thing that are very versatile. They can be used in a lot of different crafty styles, and I'm sure she has friends that like tickets too if she's making something for them. So there are a ton in there, and again, similar bag topper. And then here are some cutouts. I won't take them out of the bag. Not cut out, sorry. Fussy cut stamps. And on orange 65-pound cardstock, I had a stamp that said handmade with love. So I stamped that a bunch of times and fussy cut around all of them and rounded the corners. And then here is this bag topper. Again, just super simple. And this is a bunch of the smaller and larger tattered butterflies. I cut out a ton for her. So that is what I'm sending to Pat. And I hope that she can either use all of this or gift it or just Pat, even if you want to toss it, I'm fine with that. You do what you want. But I really hope that these flowers help out too. They do all have gems on them already for you, so they have a little center. And I will be mailing this out soon. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you're all staying safe and well, and I'll see you in the next one.